Hey, welcome YouTube. This is Richard picking Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's kind of a nice day here. It's a little cloudy and a little cooler than it has been, although we are going to have, they're prognosticating a high of about 60 degrees here. So still have a little bit of a thicker shirt on right now, but they're talking about the weather getting up into the higher 60s later on. That's always a good thing, especially when you're wandering around thrifting and getting everything going. Um, Wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit. I had a fantastic weekend and just wanted to talk about a couple of buys that I had and a couple of sales, just to tell you what's going on. For those who haven't been here before, again, my name's Richard. I've been doing eBay and Amazon a long time, but I got away from it for a while because of family issues and medical issues and things like that. Um, I got sick, my wife got sick, went through a horrible 2019, lost our house because of medical bills and all sorts of terrible things. I actually ended up being homeless for a few weeks before finally getting involved in a VA program that basically helped me get my feet on the line. We're still trying to get some of my medical issues done. But one of the things I'm trying to do as far as getting back to being a productive member of society is getting back to selling on eBay because it's something that I not only I love to do, but I know how profitable it can be. In the past, I've been kind of a part-time seller, and I kind of have a long-term goal of making this a full-time position. And so that's going. And after this weekend, I'm thinking, wow, this is really cool. Uh, so, one of the first things that I did is I was so nervous about this particular, talking about a couple of different transactions I did. I did my first real wholesale type of purchase since I started doing eBay again. I used to do these quite a bit. This is the first one. I was really nervous about it. It's a small one, didn't cost a whole lot of money. But I said, okay, they're worth a shot. Basically, I got a whole lot of these. I don't know how well you can see them. These are metal boot tips, and these are heel tips. Basically, if you've got like some Western boots, some cowboy boots, you go ahead and put them on the toe, give it a little flash, a little glam at the edge of your toe or at the back of your heel. I ended up picking up a few of these from a guy who was here from when we had the National Rodeo Finals. I had talked to him. I didn't do it actually when the rodeo finals are, but he was selling it, and he said, well, I've got this lot. I don't think I'll ever do anything with them. Do you want them? It wasn't a lot. It was about 30 pair, and I was able to pick them up for right about $1 a piece. It was $32 for 30 pair because I did have some shipping I had to buy because he shipped them out to me. And online they were selling for about $10 to $15. And the nice thing is that with the 30 there was only about 5 different versions of them. There was a couple of different styles. There was also one with a gold finish, a silver finish, a pewter finish, and a brass finish. So it wasn't really complicated. It wasn't too much like you're getting 200 gold of these, and if they don't sell, you're in trouble. But the advantage is when you've got several things that are like 6 or 7 in each type, it's pretty easy to list on eBay because you're just selling 4 or 5 or 6 available at a time. Doesn't take long. Pictures on those are pretty easy to do as long as I take my time with my crappy phone camera, and was able to get it on. And I was kind of like, well, it's only $30. $30 is still kind of important money to me in my eBay business, but I'm going, okay, I think I don't lose a lot if I don't get it, and there's some fairly good potential. And oh my God, first weekend I had them listed is we just finished Martin Luther King weekend, and I sold 9 of them over the weekend. So 9 out of 30 in the first weekend. a couple of them I'm already out, and I haven't listed all of them because I only listed 3 of the SKUs. So there's still a couple others that I've got to put on there, and I've already made my money back and a whole lot more. So really, really cool. That's going out. I also sold a nice little retro shirt. And for those of you who remember, I was talking about those solar power sources that I got from the guy who was here for the CES. 2 of them have already sold. Oddly enough, they both sold to people in Puerto Rico. I guess because of all the problems they've had, they're still recovering to some extent from the big earthquake they had. They just got hit by another hurricane, and so they're still pretty messed up. So I actually had 2 different people in Puerto Rico buy them almost immediately, and they've got lots and lots of watchers on it. I had another person who sent me a message this morning asking if I'd combine shipping, and I said, oh, of course I will. I don't know where they're from, but since I only had 4 of those, it'd be pretty cool to go ahead and have them disappear now. I've only had them for about 10 days, and 2 of them are gone. It cost me $0 to get them because the guy was leaving the country, couldn't do anything, so he literally gave them to me for these. I'm selling them for about $250 online, and 2 of them have already sold, and that's just so great. Things are going really, really well. Had some great sales. eBay is increasing my my limits. I now can. They just gave me. I think now I can list something like 200. When before I was limited to 90. And to tell you the truth, things are selling out so fast. I can't even keep up with the ones that I have. I've got about 28 different items on sale. I've been fortunate making some good decisions on some of the things. I've made some bad ones. I've got a couple of things that obviously I made a couple of mistakes on. I'll probably do a video which I talk about some of my mistakes as the next one. Yeah, these little wholesale things, if you can get them, they're just so fantastic because the nice thing is you can get them for pennies on the dollar. I said I'm getting it basically they're 90%. The retail on these actually on the box that came with it was $16. So I got them for $1. They're $16. So I'm getting them for something like about 7% retail, less. I don't know. Someone who's mathematically inclined, go ahead and get that. I'm selling them for about $10 to $11 a pair. So basically selling them for around 40% off, 35 to 40% off, and they're selling very, very quickly. I'm just so thrilled at this. Usually I don't like to do things of selling something that's like $10, $12, because usually the work in doing the listing and packaging and shipping is just too much work for, if you're getting $2 or $3 of profit off of one before taxes, it's usually just not worth your time. But when you do have 10 or 20 or 30 or something like that, then it takes out a lot of time. You're not having to spend so much time listing or anything like that. So it's good. So it's really good. The eBay channel is getting better. It's getting a little bit more established. My goal, it's getting towards the end of January. My goal is I want to get 90 items listed. It's been a little bit difficult because so much stuff has been selling. I can't keep up with getting it on. But that's my goal. I want to get 90 items listed on there for the end of January. I don't really have any sales goals simply because I've already gone past the sales goals, and I'm just freewheeling right now in January after I sold 2 of those power sources and so many of these little boot tips. I've also sold a couple of shirts and a couple other odds and ends too. Again, I'll go over those in more detail later, but it's been a great MLK. and we're just having a lot of fun. I hope you did too. If you have any comments or statements, questions, please feel free to go ahead and go. If you like this content and some of this information, please give me a thumbs up. Again, Richard, picking Sin City. Any thumbs up, subscribe, anything like that helps me build my channel. I do appreciate it. So, hey, you guys have a great day. Enjoy it. Good thrifting.